not exactly what I thought it would be. I got my house on a little piece of land. This is the place I'm gonna take my stand. But I keep living on dreams. One thing I know, that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream.
Well, how the hell are y'all doing? I hope you're doing well, my friends. It is Thursday, and it's time for another Blue Dot family meeting. And the family has gathered. Anyway, Susan Greenland was the first one to jump in, followed by Christina Sanchez. Vernon Sloan, new to this, and Dorothy Tyndall. Doug Sane is here. Penny Hartleman, mom to two Huskies. Daniel Hackelman, Harvey is here. Thank goodness. Carl Coiner, Rebecca Kimball, oh boy, howdy, mom to two Huskies. David Ritchie is here. Irene Lambert, thank you, baby. Randy Peterson, whoo, pig. It was a nice day, wasn't it? Pretty nice. Tomorrow's supposed to be up in, like, I don't know, 83 or something like that. I don't know. Hold on to your britches. Let me see. Doug saying guillotine aficionado is with us, as is Ed Beatty Jr., Bunny Griffin. Let me get on down here. Oh, shit. Oh, crap. Just when I get settled in is when that thought crosses my mind. Did you forget anything? Hell yes, I forgot something. But we'll get onto it, and I'll run and go get that in just a minute. But in the meantime, boy, howdy shit. I had shit in my head until I looked at a headline over here, and it just really screwed me up, because it's really who Donald Trump is. It says, Trump promises Schumer funding for New York tunnel project if Penn Station and Dulles Airport are renamed after him. Talk about it, just I don't know what it is with the guy. Just he's stuck on himself. He's so narcissistic, it's not even funny. Everything has to do with his damn ego, and it gets depressing after a while. But boy, howdy shit. Let me see here. I've got to click that. Yes. All right. Boy, howdy shit. There's plenty of stuff other going on though. Hello, Miss Chick. Boy, howdy shit.
Boy,
I
howdy
missed
shit,
something.
right?
I did. I screwed up. I hit the wrong button. I had my shit notes out there, and then I just deleted. Anyway, Jesus.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Yes.
You spend all day carefully, grooming your notes, trying to figure out which ones, and boop, gone. Done it. I have done it.
I should have a hammer in my hand right now. I really should.
Yeah. I had two things that I have to flip a coin on.
What's up?
Which one I wanted to? I think I'll go with Jack Hopkins, because he's always good. But the other one would be more controversy in here than I want.
Well, we're no stranger to controversy.
Right.
Right.
Jack is talking about Holocaust survivors and their lessons that they have for us, or had, because a lot of them are passing away too.
Right. Yeah. There's very few left now.
But the thought is, we thought someone else would stop him. Holocaust survivors were asked the same question for decades.
We thought
the same question would be, what could have stopped him, being Hitler, and some of the thoughts that came out of that was, we waited for it to get bad enough. Yeah. Survivors often said that was the most fatal mistake. Wasn't support for Hitler, it was delay. People told themselves, he's loud, but he won't really do it.
Yeah.
This is just rhetoric. The system will restrain him. Someone more powerful will intervene. Each step felt intolerable on its own. A new law here, a new exception there, a newspaper shut down, we just saw that, a judge replaced, a group singled out temporarily. No single moment felt like the end of democracy until it was already gone. Survivors were blunt about this. Authoritarianism doesn't arrive as a single shock. It arrives as a series of postponed reactions. They believed that if people had acted when the first lines were crossed, when opposition was merely punished, not yet exterminated, history could have bent differently. And 2, we underestimated how fast normal could change. One of the most chilling survivor reflections is how quickly the abnormal became routine. What shocked people in January became boring in June. What felt outrageous one year became policy the next. The lesson survivors emphasized: never judge danger by how familiar it feels. Humans adapt faster than institutions, faster than laws, faster than moral outrage. And once cruelty is normalized, resistance feels disruptive, even rude. People stop asking, is this right? They start asking, is this worth the trouble? Survivors believe this mental shift, comfort with gradual injustice, was one of the most preventable failures. Not because people were evil, but because they were tired, busy, afraid, and hopeful that it would stop on its own. It never does. 3, we trusted respectable people to draw the line. This one comes up constantly, and it's deeply uncomfortable. Survivors recalled believing that elite institutions would step in: courts, military leadership, business leaders, clergy, foreign allies. Surely someone with authority would say enough. But here's what actually happened. Many elites adapted instead of resisting. Some because they agreed, some because they benefited, some because they believed cooperation would soften the blow, some because they feared becoming the next target. Survivors later said the most dangerous myth was believing that respectability equals resistance. Authoritarian movements don't need unanimous support. They only need silence from those with power. And silence, they learned, is far easier to obtain than people think. And number 4, we didn't protect the outgroups when it was still safe to. This is one survivor spoke about with visible regret. Early persecution didn't target everyone, it targeted someone else. A minority, a political faction, a scapegoat labeled as dangerous, immoral, or disloyal. Many people rationalized, I don't agree with it, but it doesn't affect me. They brought some of this on themselves. I don't want trouble. Survivors said this was the moment where intervention was still possible. Because authoritarian systems expand outward, they never stop with the first target. The refusal to defend others early created a society where, later, no one was left to defend anyone at all. Solidarity delayed is solidarity denied. And 5, we mistook legality for morality. One of the most haunting survivor observations was this. Once it was legal, people stopped questioning it. Laws were changed, courts were restructured, emergency powers were normalized. Everything was done through process. This gave ordinary people psychological cover. If it's legal, it must be acceptable. If it's official, it must be justified. If it's written down, it must be right. Survivors warn that legality is one of the most powerful anesthesias in human behavior. Atrocities don't begin as crimes, they begin as redefined norms. By the time laws catch up to morality, morality is already on life support. And 6, we thought fear was weakness. It wasn't. Many survivors admitted something hard to say out loud. People weren't ignorant, they were afraid. Afraid of losing jobs, afraid of losing status, afraid of surveillance, afraid of being singled out. Authoritarian movements weaponize fear gradually. First, consequences are social, then economic, then legal, then physical. Survivors said earlier collective resistance, before fear became individualized, could have changed the calculus. Fear thrives in isolation. It weakens in numbers. Waiting until fear is fully justified is waiting too long. And 7, we believed it couldn't happen here. This may be the most repeated survivor warning of all. Germany wasn't considered fragile. It was educated, industrialized, culturally rich, legally sophisticated. People believed modernity was protection. Survivors learned the opposite. Modern systems don't prevent authoritarianism. They accelerate it once captured. Efficiency helps whoever controls the levers. The belief in exceptionalism, our country is different, was one of the most paralyzing illusions. History doesn't repeat because places are the same. It repeats because people are. The pattern they wanted us to see. Survivors didn't speak in abstractions, they spoke in regrets. Not, we didn't know, but we knew and waited. They believed Hitler's rise depended less on fanaticism than on hesitation, less on monsters than on ordinary people delaying uncomfortable action. The tragedy wasn't ignorance, it was normalization, accommodation, silence, hope that someone else would intervene. They didn't ask future generations to panic. They asked them to act earlier than feels necessary, because by the time it feels necessary, it's often already too late. Final thought, Holocaust survivors weren't obsessed with the past. They were obsessed with the future. They told these stories not to assign guilt, but to leave a map that shows where people turned back, where they paused, where they waited, where they assumed safety would last. They believed the derailment of authoritarianism doesn't happen at the peak. It happens quietly, early, when resistance still feels awkward, when consequences still seem avoidable, when courage still feels optional. That's the window. They begged us not to miss it again. And, people are always saying things about, the protests and or what's going on in Minnesota. No, this
Right.
is our time to be doing that.
This is.
This
And
is.
listening to that story, just how much of that could y'all relate to what's going on right now, to what is
Exactly.
happening right now in our nation, and the way this has been dealt with? I saw a comment in here. I just wanted to point it out because I thought it was really good. Guillotine aficionado said, "I'm afraid of how my humanity withers away if I don't speak up."
Yes.
That says a lot. If we don't do what the least of what we can do, which is speak up, to be heard, to not let this shit go by the wayside, because the consequences are way too dire, way too severe. We're talking about the survival of our own democracy.
But every time we write a letter, every time we grab a sign and get out on the street, we're letting them know that we see
Yes.
them and we don't accept it as normal.
And they're
And that's the
seeing
first
that.
step. That's
They're
the first
seeing it.
step.
Yes.
Oh,
And it
yeah.
needs to continue. Hey, let me call out a couple of people real quick. Wesley Wiseman came in with a $5 donation and said, "Need a way to get people out to vote, not let Trump scare people with ICE with ICE at the polls." Yeah, that whole bullshit with ICE at the polls and other, he's going to try to use whatever means he can to deter people from going to the polls. And Geo
Here,
1953,
specifically 15 states, right?
right? Yeah, specific ones too. He knows which
Yeah.
ones. Geo 1953 came in with $5 and said, "Hi to all." Well, Geo, I like the year, by the way. I'm just saying. 1953 seems to be a good year for me. Anyway, yeah, we're seeing so much of what you just said, what you just read, unveiling itself on our own streets, in our own society, and not just on immigration, on so many fronts. You know, that, as minor as
And if we
renaming
don't
shit.
stand up for the least of us, those that can't protect themselves, then what good are we?
Yeah, yeah. If we're not willing
Truly.
to do that, then there is no hope. Then we've lost all of it. We might as well flush it down the
Well,
toilet now and just turn our back and walk away. But I don't think we can do that. I don't think you can do that. I know
no.
I can't, no matter how
No, and I
difficult this
read
shit gets.
something today that,
Are you
well, I think they
shitting
had mentioned
outstanding?
that they're possibly moving ice down towards Springfield, Ohio, where the Haitians were, remember, eating the cats and dogs. Um, there's only about 60,000 people in Springfield, I think, and
Mm-hmm.
it's only like 28 square miles. I don't know. Somebody figured it out, and um, if they sent is it 1,000 or 1,000 ICE agents and other people, it would be like 40, 40 of them for every mile, every square mile. It would be like
That
being infested by fleas. I mean, I'm telling you.
mm-mm-mm.
But they're gonna need some support down there if it happens, because they're gonna go after the Haitians.
Yeah, this shit's gonna spread, baby. That's what I'm afraid of.
Hmm.
This shit's gonna
Go
spread.
ahead and call that out, Jen.
All right, let me thank Shifty Lincoln who came in with a $20 donation. It said Jake Lang, a January Sixer who got chased out of town last time, came back for a hate rally at our Capitol this Saturday. This afternoon, he defaced a prosecute ICE sculpture erected by veterans. He is now in jail. Go figure that. Sorry, MAGA. Boy, had a shit. Fuck something up, you go to
Yeah,
jail.
I think he's got a $6,000 fine on his
Oh,
on
really?
something then.
Boy, had his shit. And let me thank, since it just came in, Lady Frida Box came in with $2 and said, let's roll. This regime has got to go. It does, baby. And everything hinges on the midterms. Everything does. That's why everybody's nervous about whatever this shit is he's got going on down in Fulton County, Georgia. And, messing with the voter rolls. And he was trying to do the same thing in Missouri, get the voter rolls. He wants them records, baby. And he
Yeah,
wants them
they've
for
already
a
got
damn
some of
reason.
them in some places.
Let me see. Oh, well, shit. Oh, there he
Oh,
is.
that's a good question.
What?
Rebecca Rebecca wants to know if Americans are going to get booed in Italy at the Olympics on the opening night. I wouldn't doubt it.
I I wouldn't doubt it, but
I
I
don't
hope
know.
not. I hope
I don't know
not.
if they'll blame it on the actual athletes, but
Yeah,
yeah,
not the athletes, nor the citizens of this country.
kind
I
of
think
hard
the
to hold
world
that flag up real high,
recognizes.
though, isn't it?
Oh,
I
it's
don't
going to be rough. It's going to be rough
know.
because of our world standing, because of what we look like in the world today, which ain't good. Ain't good.
No.
No, we're turning on our allies and sucking up to our enemies.
Speaking
That's
of
what we're
which,
doing,
John,
huh?
I caught something from someone had translated something from German, and it was one gets the impression that in the US they shoot people to distract from the Epstein files, then decide to release the Epstein files instead to distract from the murders, then arrest a reporter to distract from the Epstein files
Yeah, yeah,
again. And
yeah.
if that doesn't work, the president just shits himself on camera.
There you go. And that worked. I cleared the room right out, didn't it? Get the fuck out of here. He just took a shit. Everybody knows it. Let's go. That's pitiful. Boy, out of shit. Hey, let me thank Julie Snow, who came in with a $5 donation and said, absolutely horrific what's going on with Savannah Guthrie's mom. I think we should all say a prayer. Indeed, baby. If you've got one in you, there's a good place to put it. Uh, it's a terrible story. And, they say there's a ransom note, and it's bad. She's old. She's without her medication. It's uh, it's really getting to be serious, and I fear that I hope they find her well, and but it's what is this 5 days now?
Well, yeah, I mean
Yeah,
that's the problem.
yeah. The time passing is
Yep.
really bad. Hey, let
Doesn't
me
think
thank
it looked.
Shifty Lincoln, who came in with $5, said, Bravo Chick came up from Georgia. We are watching your show live from my cigar lounge in Minnesota. I fucking love it. I love
Puff
it.
puff.
Bravo Chick came all the way up from Georgia and is in Minnesota
Yeah.
at Lincoln's house. Boy, howdy shit.
Yep.
Outstanding. I love that shit. I love that shit. Hey, are you ready to jump into it? I'm going to
Yeah.
start
Go
with this
ahead.
guy because right before I came on, I was in the Discord and I saw the
Hmm.
comments he made. He's like he couldn't wait to get on the show. He got something to say, and I want to know what it is. Ultra Fly, what is it that's bothering you, buddy?
Oh, hey, thanks. Hi, Mrs. Chick. How are you, milady?
Pretty good.
Good. I loved your speech in the beginning. That was great.
Oh,
John, how are you feeling today, my man?
not worth a shit, but that's beside the point. In very few days, John feels like he's up to it anymore. But it's not bad. I'm all right. I'm all right.
Good. I'm glad you're here, man. And
Well, I
America
appreciate
needs you
that.
here.
So what
When it comes
what's
to,
picking your brain?
well, there's a couple things picking my brain. And one thing I have my eyes on is this whistleblower on Tulsi Gabbard. And I read here recently that of course, the GOP and are not paying attention to it, but I forget who said that it wasn't, or they're claiming it's not credible. And it just bugs me. Like, if it's supposedly not credible, why on earth was it so flippin' classified that virtually no one could even read the complaint?
Yeah, yeah. Uh, oh shit. Uh, did you see that?
Yep.
Okay. And there it is. And no, it ain't. Yeah. I'm sorry, I got distracted there for a moment.
You good, brother?
What was you saying? I'm sorry. I'm terribly
This is
sorry.
about the whistleblower and the GOP
Oh.
calling it discredited. And that
Yeah.
bugs me.
Yeah. Why am I thinking that's bullshit?
I mean, why on earth? Like, if it's supposedly, uncredible, release the whistleblower complaint. Then, let us see what it is.
Yeah, they're not going to do that.
Yeah, they're not
Highly
going to do
classified,
that.
evidently. It's highly classified, which is why he wrote the open letter to to Justice. Was it to Justice or shit? I don't know. I got distracted. Yeah, I got that one. Let me catch up real quick, get this out of my head, because Susan Rotella came in with $2, did not make a comment, so it did not pop up. And oh no, that one popped up. It's it was Shifty Lincoln who came in with $2 to tell us that John, I forgot today is Bravo Chick's birthday. Well, boy, howdy shit. So y'all know the routine. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bravo Chick.
Bravo Chick.
Happy birthday
Happy
to
birthday
you.
to you.
And many more. Thank you very much, baby. What is it? 27, 28, I think. If I remember, serves me right, I think she might be 29, but I better not push that. And Zellator came in with a $5 donation. I'm trying to decipher the message here. It's F blank blank K, JDV blank 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 E. I'm trying to figure. Oh, I know what it says. Yeah, it says fuck JD Vance. And you might be wondering why that was up there, because right before the damn show, when I got distracted, there was a story about JD Vance and how JD Vance doesn't know why he should apologize to the Preddy family for calling their son Alex a terrorist intent on murdering INS agents, or not INS, ICE agents.
DHS.
Yeah. And he said that. They're asking, well, aren't you going to retract that? Don't you feel bad? No, I don't feel bad because he's a prick. Ain't nothing that man's going to say he's going to back down on. He's a dick and he knows it. He does. He's a dick, and he does dick things. So what do you want to know? But
Yeah.
it just kind of pissed me off, that story right before I came on. Is really, you asshole? You don't have the common decency to admit that you're wrong, or that you jumped the gun, or whatever it is that society thinks we ought to fucking do. He's not into it. He could give two shits less. Anyway.
I mean, there's no way you can even, there's no way to twist Alex into anything other than one of the best American citizens we have.
One we should all aspire to be.
Yep.
Yes.
Hey, what's up?
Hello, Mitch.
Yeah, I don't know why it's decided to show my weird handle instead of my name. That's a little strange.
Welcome back, Mitch.
It says your name. It says your name.
It says Mitch on ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is on Discord, but on YouTube I'm coming in as Zellator29.
Oh,
Oh.
I had forgotten that was you.
Yes, I did not. Yeah, right. Well, thank you, Mitch.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. It
Because
took a
YouTube
minute for me
that's why.
to decipher that message there.
Now you guys know, that's all. Hang on one second.
Really quick, I've been watching the House Rules Committee talk about, them trying to get the Clintons in there and stuff. And man, like for us, it's easy to see how they're weaponizing that stuff. Like a great example would be them obviously persecuting the Clintons. And I'm no fan of the Clintons. If they did something wrong, let them burn.
Hey,
right?
if they did something wrong, let them burn.
Oh,
But
yeah.
But yeah, I think they got more than what they were bargained for, because it opens the door.
Let me tell you something, and I think John is really onto something here. The reason why they're not going to go whole hog after the Clintons is the Clintons can blow the lid. And listen up, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist, and if you call me one, fuck you. I'm just telling you like it is. There exists a network of wealthy men who like to fuck little girls. Epstein was one of many, many places that wealthy people could go in the world to indulge themselves in their weirdo fantasies. Mm-hmm. This included fucking young girls, beating young girls, torturing young girls, and killing young girls. And I have this weird fantasy. I want to say conspiracy theory, but I have a fantasy that all these golf properties that Trump's bought up all over the world, if you had some way of finding the skeletons that were buried in those motherfuckers,
oh man,
you'd find out the level that this exists. And I'm telling you, people don't want to admit. And then you have, I'll tell you, you think J.D. Vance a prick. You know who's as big a prick as him? That motherfucker Todd Blanche. I'll tell you, man.
Yeah,
he is
bad.
up there with Stephen Miller and people that need to have their heads removed from their body. He is a menace to the world. An absolute menace.
He's Donnie's lawyer. He never quit being Donnie's lawyer.
He is protecting the infrastructure of wealthy white men, predators that become wealthy so that they can break the law like this.
Because the law doesn't apply to them. It applies to you morons down there who don't make enough money to pay off people. That's who the law it applies to. That's the way it appears. That's the way it appears. Because we haven't seen shit come out of this yet.
Bill Clinton was a shit dog, and I'm sure you're aware of this, John, being kind of close to Arkansas. He was a shit dog when he was Arkansas governor.
He was a peahound. Yes. Yep. And I don't think anybody is surprised. Now, is he gonna admit that under oath? No.
Here's the difference. If your wife wants to turn the other way while you horn dog every consenting adult you want, that's one thing.
Oh, that's fine. That's between you and your wife.
I don't agree with it. It's immoral and disgusting. But that's your business.
That's your business.
You and your wife, right? Mm-hmm. Once you start roaming into little girls, it's a whole different world of craziness. And it's clear to me, and I hate to say it, it's clear to me that wealthy people, they want more and more and more wealth so they can distance themselves from the consequences of their actions. Mm-hmm.
And that's what they're
And no
thinking they're
one
doing
is
now.
worse than Donald Trump, worse than Elon Musk. We used to have some Elon Musk fans here. We'd chase them fuckers out of here.
I mean, I used to look up to him. I think he had some good ideas, but you know, since he did the Nazi salute and came
Dude,
out like
let me tell you something.
you know, he's a traitor.
Let me tell you something about Elon Musk. That motherfucker's never had an idea of his own.
Exactly.
He
No.
buys them.
Everything he's gotten rich off of been somebody else's shit. He just had the money.
Zuckerberg, same thing. Rich off someone else's idea. Even Larry Ellison to an extent.
You're exactly correct. Like PayPal, he bought all that shit. Even SpaceX, I'm pretty sure, wasn't his idea.
None of it.
What I meant by his ideas is like I agree with the science ideology of we need to expand into space and that needs to be the new frontier. But other than that,
You know
you know, he's a
something?
piece of shit traitor.
He is. And I'll tell you why. I tell you, you know, when I was a kid, I was all about the space program. I wanted to be an astronaut. I wanted to be an engineer. I wanted to be an astrophysicist. I still love that stuff. But it is my belief that it is a complete fucking waste of money to go to Mars while there are sick people in the world, while there are people who are suffering in the world, while there's war in the world, while there's evil fucks like Trump and Musk and all of his crowd and the fucking deluded people who own these mega corporations that we're all being on. They're saying, oh, we need to go to us. Let me tell you something. Why don't we fix our shit here first and then focus on going on? They say, oh, well, we got to go to Mars in case things go down here. Let me tell you something.
Boy, we're a long way from that shit. We're a long way from that shit.
Come on.
And you're not wrong because there's no
shit.
reason
there's no second hope for a second planet.
Say, well,
we're not going to colonize Mars and save humanity. We either save this fucking thing we're on or humanity is toast. That's the deal. You know, we you know, dreaming about building a base on Mars and all that, you know, I don't, you know, think it's a waste of money, but
maybe in
hang on,
no?
I would gladly let them use $100 million or so or whatever and put them all on a rocket and send them to Mars.
Yeah, they could go. They could go test the theory out. They could go test it out and see how it's going to play out.
They don't like it here. They can go there.
No,
I want to see
Mitch,
how
you're
long
right.
Elon Musk would survive if we shot him into the sun.
You send him with his Tesla right into it.
Well, let's find out.
Unbelievable.
What
a world, John. What a world.
You know?
I'm telling you.
But I mean, like you're right, Mitch, in the fact that like there's more urgent priorities. Like there is no reason we're the world's richest country that we have homelessness. There's no reason we can't house all of our vets.
We can't
and
provide health care. You know,
or universal health care. Exactly.
When I hear somebody argue against health care as a human right, I don't even know what to say. What sort of training, indoctrination, weirdness do you have to grow up with where you think it's okay that people suffer that people don't deserve for their lives to be saved? And then on the other side of your mouth you say, oh, but you can't have abortions. Oh no.
Right.
And then on the third side of your mouth you say, oh, well, we got to have the death penalty, right? We got to have war. Yeah. We got to have more nuclear weapons, right?
Yeah.
Because I can't get it up if we don't have more ballistic missiles than the Russians.
Miss Chick?
Yeah.
I'm going to put the address up. Could you entertain our guest for just a moment? There is something I forgot to bring in the room, and I forgot it last time, and I can't do that. So it's on my mind, so I'll be right back.
I'll be good.
You just keep going, Mitch. We're in the middle of something.
I don't think so, but that's all right.
No.
We're in the middle of another crisis. We have been through crises before. We had a crisis in the 1950s when the people were convinced that communists were coming to ruin everything.
Oh, the Red Scare.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Guess what happened?
Didn't happen.
Did it?
Ouch.
Guess what happened? Russia suborned the right wing of this country. And you know something? As big of a bastard is as Putin, who I elevate with Hitler in madmen of that sort of the worst caliber of person, who does severe damage to the world at large, he owns, Putin owns the Republican Party in this country. Who's
He
going to
does.
prove me wrong?
Not I.
And you don't get that kind of leverage, Mish. You don't get that kind of leverage unless you have some real fascinating information,
Well, that and he's
people,
worked long and hard for that leverage.
right?
Wasn't
The
overnight.
problem is with Compromat is we have been conditioned to the point where we're so insensitized to the suffering of people who have been afflicted by the Republicans and their friends that we do not even appreciate the gravity of what the Epstein files says when you read between the lines.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, what it says is that Putin was smart enough to get compromising information on everybody who fell into his honey trap. We haven't heard
There's a
too much
lot.
from Tulsi Gabbard lately, have we?
His
Guess
agent.
what?
Nope.
Yeah.
Other than her raiding the ballot boxes in what state was that? But that's the last. Other than the whistleblower, haven't heard much about her.
We'll see how far along that goes. But to me, Tulsi Gabbard was was directly an agent of Vladimir Putin.
Mm-hmm.
There's reason to believe that that's true. Republicans,
Yes.
they went right along with it.
Well, and Epstein too. He's been rumored to possibly been an agent of Putin. He taught him how to do it.
You know, the problem is when you get to these certain circles of power, it's far beyond agency at this point. Because people ask me, I get into these debates with people all the time, and I'd be glad to have this debate, not a debate because I'm not settled on the matter, but people tell me all the time, oh, you know, so and so, oh, Israel controls so and so. Like people will say, oh, Israel controls the Democratic Party. First off, when you're talking about the DNC Democratic Party, they might be right because of dark money and other influences of Israel on the United States. But by the same token, we influence them. So the question I ask is, in this case, who's the slave and who's the master? Because you have something that goes beyond agency and into like this mutual benefit, mutual admiration society carried out in kind of like the dark, in the cloak and dagger world of international intrigue. You know, we can't handle this. This whole thing. If you just want to imagine just what it takes from a infrastructure and logistics point of view to have an Epstein Island and make those services available to people. Imagine the effort that had to go into something like that.
Infrastructure.
The planning, the lawyers, the business people, and the victims. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of little girls that were groomed,
Trafficked,
and enslaved and entrapped and used like meat and tossed aside. And many of them are still alive. And all of them got the same message. If you tell anybody, we'll kill you, and your family.
Yeah.
That's the message.
Well, I don't think
I have, you know, I missed a lot of this, but I have a lot of high hope for not progress in our country, but progress in other countries, because this is a worldwide thing. There's a lot of people involved in this shit. They're already hitting the UK pretty hard, Scandinavia up there. There's questions about this shit, and you know, if they have investigations over there, well, you know, not.
Oh yeah, they're looking at the same names here and looking at it come out, and they're going, "Wait a minute, that's one of ours."
Yeah.
Forgive me for interrupting, but I'm going to jump off because my dinner's here. I just want to remind you my great affection for you, John, and Mishy Chick, and all the Blue Dots. Ultrafly, great to meet you, my friend. I'm going to sail on out of here. Remember, get together, sometime this fall, early October, we're thinking, after Jewish holidays and all that jazz. Get
We
together in
need to
San
get together,
Antonio
brother.
and
We
drink
need
some
to
beer
get
and eat
together.
some tacos.
Thanks,
In the
man.
meantime, yes.
Thank you. I was just saying thank you.
All right. See you guys. Take care.
All right, Mitch. Take care of
Night,
yourself.
Mitch.
Julie, love you, baby. Take care of him.
Enjoy your food, brother.
All right. Now, the
But
reason I
like,
jumped out was because I got mail. I got mail. I left it out last time. So that was Tuesday. So really, I got this mail on one on Monday and one on Tuesday. And I didn't get to call them out. Anyway, I got a card from Barbara Goldman from Maple Grove, Minnesota. And it's a beautiful little card. And what's you on YouTube? They're turning a little bit more violet. She's concerned about the atmosphere in our country, as well. A lot of people are. And then I got a card from Miss Rosalia Panera from Levittown, New York, and it says, "Don't worry about being another year older. Do you hear anybody kidding you about your age? Of course not. Have you heard any snide, insulting jokes about getting on in years or being over the hill? Certainly not." But then the hearing is actually the first thing to go. So, yeah, I didn't hear none of that shit. Anyway, she also included a very nice $20 donation in there, which came in very handy, by the way. Thank you very much. And and then on last show, we had a donation come in. It did not pop up. It came in through PayPal, and it was a $20 donation from Andrew Matheson. So I really want to thank him also for that donation last Tuesday. Damn. Boy, how his shit. Yeah, I'm caught up now, I think. Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Nope. Never mind.
Because Cindy Dove came in with a $5 donation and said, "Love your show. Just remember, we're dealing with a cult. I live with these people. It's all being white." Maybe I live with them too. I live with them too. It prove your point. We got a rebel flag right down the street. Proud of it. Flies it every fucking day. Another one down there I like. It says something about God, guns, beer, and something. I don't know. I just every time I see it, I keep wondering to myself, what God, guns got? I mean, beer and guns got to do with God. But that's their motto, you know. God, guns, and glory, and fuck them up. Let's shoot them all. That's basically the attitude they got. Anyway, all right, ladies first here. So we'll bring up Lady Freedom Rocks and see what's on her mind. And indeed, she does. How are you doing, Lady Freedom?
welcome back.
I'm going. No, I'm doing.
How are you doing?
Yeah, just watching all the
Oh, it's depressing, darling.
cricket show through my media feeds,
Mm.
and that is what it is.
It is. It's depressing. It's depressing to sink yourself into this shit every day.
Yep.
And when you do a show, and all of my, I guess anybody that does this knows the same thing. You have to dig into that shit every fucking day. And there's just days you get so tired of it, so stinking sick of it, and that you just want to chunk it all in, just give it up. Fuck it, I can't do this anymore. But then I remember why I'm here, and it doesn't matter about how tired I am or, sick of it. We're all sick of it. We're all sick of it, and that's what should keep us motivated.
Yep. And once upon a time, you had to dig really, really deep, right? Not now.
No.
It's right there. Everybody can see it and smell it.
Oh yeah, they're proud of it, baby. They're proud of it.
Yes, they are.
That old boy down the street flies the Texas flag, the American flag, and the rebel flag right there because he can't make up his fucking mind, in my opinion.
Happy bunch of little traitors.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. But you can't do anything. These are people that don't give a shit about, policy or whatever. They're just fucking Republican. They wave the flag, evidently, it doesn't matter what flag it is, so as long as you're waving a flag, I guess, you know. But it's sickening.
The don't
Just-
tread on me crowd.
Mm.
Bunch of twisted
Boy,
fucks.
howdy.
How are you doing, Lady Freedom? How you feeling? Hope you're staying warm over there.
Yeah, I got my heater cranked up and everything.
Boy, howdy.
Trying to beat out the cold.
Mm-mm. Can't wait for this
well,
deep freeze to go away.
Mitch was saying earlier, like that, you know, he thinks that this, you know, he was saying, don't call me a conspiracy theorist. I think he's absolutely right. It is not a conspiracy
Mitch is a
theory,
very
this
smart individual.
cabal.
I think
Yep.
very highly of Mitch.
Mhm.
I've had conversations with him face to face. He's an outstanding gentleman. And
Awesome.
yeah, he's passionate about it.
Yeah, that's what we
And-
need,
and-
you know, but he's absolutely, like, it's not a conspiracy theory. They're outing themselves more than we've ever seen. There's clearly just a cabal of just this rich, white, powerful, you know, I don't have to suffer the
Well,
consequences.
let's be honest with ourselves. Isn't that the way it's probably always been?
Yeah,
We're just
probably
more
for a
knowledgeable
long time,
now.
unfortunately.
There's more access to information than we've ever had in history. So
Mhm.
people aren't as easily fooled as they once were. You know, about the goings on of their government. And right now, shit, the going on of our government sure does stink. It sure does. Just, you know, you can see the handwriting on the wall, like in the case down in Georgia. You know what this is about. It's going to come, something is going to come out of it. Oh my God, we found this, and we have to federalize elections or some shit like that. You know, that's what he's been preaching anyway. That we have to federalize, nationalize all the voting across the United States,
You know, that's some scary talk.
which would be directly against the Constitution. But who cares about that? He doesn't give two shits about the Constitution. You know, he thinks he is the Constitution. He thinks his word is law across this country. You know, he acts like it around the world, except for, you know, when it comes up to Pootie, you know, that's where the roadblock comes. You know, he'll get on
Like
his
Miss
knees.
Oh, his
Venom.
precious little Pootie can't do no wrong.
Oh, no. He bends his ass over for Pootie all the time. That's how come Ukraine has suffered so much, is because of Trump and his lack of support for it.
Yeah.
You know, as far as Trump is concerned, he'd turn all of Ukraine right over to Putin. It'd suit him just fine.
You
He
know,
could give two shits about it. And it
take credit
shows.
for ending a war. Like twisted.
Yeah, and he'll want the Nobel Peace Prize for screwing Ukraine over. You know, and if you're going to get peace out of Putin, good luck with that shit. He's pounding the shit out of him every damn day.
You know,
That's his only option. Mm.
and I
Anyway.
mean, like poor Zelensky over there. Look, I mean, that man was just a comedian. He had a real simple life, but look at the good he's doing over there, still hanging in there. He gives me great support for like Jon Stewart because he's also a comedian.
Oh, yeah. That guy, I swear, could run for president. Hello, Roosevelt. How you doing? Roosevelt, you with us?
Back, Benny. Benny.
And not coming
Hello?
through.
Hello?
Yeah, there you go. There
he
you are.
is. Welcome
Hey.
back, brother.
Hello, everyone.
How you doing?
So I got a couple things I want to share with you.
All
First
righty.
thing I want to share with you is that out of the 535 total members of Congress, this is the House and the Senate, only 21 of those members are grassroots only, and they're all Democrats. But the rest of our Democrat and Republican senators and congressmen and congresswomen are all tainted by these corporate motherfuckers. And the largest PAC that's giving to our government right now is the Israel PAC, APAC.
Oh,
And that's why none of these people will vote against anything to deal with Gaza and Netanyahu getting more money to destroy Gaza.
you're not going to hear an argument from me.
Yep,
You know,
I would agree too.
So
we've been
at
funding.
this point in time, with that, it's both sides that are showing us that they don't give a fuck about us.
Yeah. There's
Is
like
that a
I'm all
surprise?
for getting money out of politics. It clearly needs to happen.
It's impossible right now. You'd have to have an act of Congress, and guess what?
Yeah,
Congress ain't
not,
going to do
not gonna
that.
happen now.
No, no, not since Citizens United and all that shit. Corporations are people too. Bullshit. It's probably one of the big things that has just brought our politics to where it is today. You know, but the only thing that we have, and it can't be stressed enough, is your vote. That's what determines it. In the big picture of things, they can they can spend buku bucks on
Yeah.
ads and paying
Yes,
off this
sir.
guy or paying off that guy, but it's your vote that's going to determine who's in that seat, and that's the most powerful weapon we have. It's the only
Right.
weapon we have
Uh-huh.
But also
Now-
if
Go
we
ahead.
get to vote. That's assuming
Yeah.
we get to vote come
Right.
November. Yeah.
right,
Yes.
and know who you're voting for. Do your research on your candidate.
Right. Now I want to take everyone in here back in time,
Yeah.
all of us who were alive in the 80s, if you don't mind, for just a minute.
Yes.
Go
So
ahead.
I'm gonna read this to you. This is
Yeah.
something that I've come up with myself, and I put this on the server too. The 80s were all about the Cold War, and then in 1991, the START Treaty between the United States of America and Russia began. The treaty ends on February 4th, 2026. During the Cold War, Trump and Putin having their secret meetings at the Kremlin in the 80s and 90s. Hello?
We hear
Hello?
you.
Okay.
We hear you.
In the
I heard
80s
that.
and 80s and 90s, just so happens that Trump met Vladimir Putin when he became a KGB agent. They had this planned for years, and now Putin and Trump are using Epstein Island sex trafficking ring to try and bring back the Confederacy ways of the United States of America, experienced once before, and they are now trying to get rid of everything during the Civil Rights Movement. They are trying to take us backwards, and then there's the things that Trump is involved with Putin, with Russia, and taking them backwards. Putin is using Ukraine as a distraction from the Epstein files, and Trump is trying to use Greenland and Iran with his buddy Bibi Netanyahu and the other
Boy, howdy, we're
genocidal
down a rabbit
murderer,
hole.
who,
Yeah.
by the way, is teaching Trump how to use his Nazi, white supremacist, KKK, Proud Boys, Oath Keepers, Three Percenters as the distractions. Putin and Trump don't want the world to know that the Russian people or the American people to know the truth of just how vile, disgusting, racist, nasty, narcissistic they both truly are. While America was responsible for the fall of the USSR and Russian Empire, now Trump and Putin are trying to get their revenge on America by causing the American Empire to fall from within with their behavior, their rhetoric, and their actions, connecting the dots more and more. Here it all leads up to Rhodes, leads to Epstein, Trump, Putin, Melania, Maxwell, Musk, Netanyahu. Those are the ringleaders of the sex child trafficking ring.
And who wrote this?
I did on the server the other day.
Oh. Well, there's a lot there to handle. But yeah, it's there's no doubt that I'm trying to gather all my thoughts from everything you just said. The relationship between Putin and Trump goes way back. That's been proven time and time again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, howdy shit.
It's almost like Epstein had this planned and he met somebody from Russia, and then him and Putin and
Well,
Trump at some point in
there's no
time had a
doubt that
meeting about all this.
Epstein's list goes around the world. Goes around the world.
Yeah, it's worldwide. That's
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, that's how come I say I look forward to more scrutiny
Yeah.
overseas and, about this subject, because when it does, it's just going to bring up more here.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to see more come out maybe in another country than what you're going to see come out here.
Yeah, and John, when I seen that article about how Putin is involved with the Epstein files, and then when I heard that Netanyahu was involved,
I
I was
haven't
like,
seen that story.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that they're
I
involved too.
I would not be surprised. Yeah, in the world of money and power, look at the people we've already seen associated with this. Nobody's been charged. Nobody's been, pointed out as being somebody who broke the law and acted in disgusting ways. We haven't seen any of that yet.
You know what I think it is, John, and this is what it seems like. Seems like, well, you're a billionaire. Now that you're a billionaire, you're above the
there
law,
you go.
and it's okay.
There you go.
And it's okay.
Money
and it's
buys
okay
power.
And it's okay since that you're a billionaire and you're above the law, you can go rape little girls.
Yeah, basically that's what they think.
And or worse.
And or worse, yes.
Yeah. Like it's
the problem with this though is there are survivors. There are survivors.
Yes, there
who
are.
know the truth. Who know
they
the
do.
truth.
Speaking out right now.
Some
Some of them.
But I wish more of them would come out and not be
Right.
afraid and know that they're going to be protected from these assholes.
Right? I mean,
Well, they need to see proof of that. And right now, I don't see it. Right now, Trump and them have just come out with this bullshit about, well, here's the Epstein files. This is all there is. We're not going to put out any more. There's nobody here to prosecute, and that's it. Y'all go back to the house. And Donnie himself is saying, move on from it. They're trying to hide it. They're trying to just bury it. And we can't let that happen. I mean, if we can't stand up against a pedophile, who the fuck can we stand up against? Where's our high ground if we can't stand up for that?
I think they're willing to start World War III just to hide the Epstein files.
Yeah. Don't think it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah. Monday,
They'll go to very high extremes, I think.
Yeah, John, on Monday, an F-35 from the USS Abraham Lincoln in the Strait of Hormuz shot down an Iranian drone.
Yeah, it was threatening the carrier, so we shot it down. Yeah, things are touchy right now.
Yeah.
And right now, the scariest part of the whole damn thing is, I'm not too sure Donnie Boy wouldn't be thrilled to death with a war. It would damn sure get the news off everything else, wouldn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what he wants.
And is he willing to do that? I don't put it out the realm of possibility. Look the way he's been acting.
If he gets his war, he's going to declare martial law. And he wants to do that too. Or at least the Alien Insurrection Act.
Well, on the home front here, I don't know what he's got planned. He's got something up his sleeve. You bet your ass he does. And right now we're all looking at, well, what are they doing down in Fulton County, Georgia? What are they going to do with the voter rolls there? And what kind of bullshit story are they going to come up with out of that?
Yeah.
Because it's coming.
Well, the other important thing that we got to look at too, and this is something that Adrenaline Rush has been talking about a lot too, John. This is something that Tom Hartman talks about a lot, is that the fact that a lot of these senators and congressmen that are Republicans in the House and Senate, the reason why they're resigning this year is so they can go back to their home state and they can run for governor. And if we get enough Republican governors running and winning, guess what? They'll be able to have a constitutional convention and rewrite an all racist Nazi KKK constitution that specifically wants all liberals in this country dead.
Bet your ass that's on their agenda.
Well, there seems to be an awful lot of liberals in this country. So.
But you know what? All I got to say is, MAGA, fuck you, because you're going to fuck around and find out, and you're going to find out just how many liberals own guns, you motherfuckers.
That's what we don't want. That's what we don't want. And that's what they're hoping for. Tell me Donnie isn't hoping that there is going to be some kind of violent, event happen that allows him to implement martial law, to delay the vote, you know, and that would hand it to him. That's how come I worry about this. Because I worry about it for a lot of damn reasons. One, I'm in the fucking line of fire, and two, we can't afford to go down that fucking road. Can you imagine? Like I don't know what you think a civil war in this country would look like. It's not. I guarantee you, it's not what you think it is. It's not going to play out the way you dream it in your fucking head. That we're all going to get a gun and we're just going to wipe them off the fucking map. That's not the way it works, baby.
No.
Bad things fucking happen. Bad fucking things happen. And
not only that,
we
Go ahead,
can't do that. We can't do that.
well,
As a
it's
society.
very scary. Like, it's a scary idea. And like, you know, the good old saying is hope for the best, prepare for the worst. We
Yeah.
should prepare for it.
I
just in
say it all
case.
the time. I'm a gun owner. I've owned a gun just damn near all my life. I quit hunting a long time ago because I lost a taste for it.
Me too.
And now the biggest reason I have guns in my house is for fucking protection. Ain't that sad?
Yeah.
That's fucking sad. You know, it's not why I used to keep a weapon in the house. In case I had to put down an animal or something like that.
Yes, sir.
Well, I mean, the scariness of a civil war, like, it's dark, it's brutal. I mean, it's torture on your soul. But on top of that, the bigger picture, like, if there would ever be a time for China, Russia, anyone to attack America, that's when they're going to do it. 'Cause that's, you know,
Either that or make another big move in the world. I'm surprised
Yeah.
China hasn't made a move on Taiwan
Taiwan.
after our
yes,
little
or
shit down in
they would
Venezuela.
never. It would be the best time for good old
Colombia?
Putin to use a nuke.
Fuck,
No,
I'm
he's
getting
been
old.
wanting to on Ukraine.
Shit.
Wouldn't be a better time. Scary. Oh, that speaks to the doomsday clock getting moved to 85 seconds to midnight. I'm pretty sure that's the closest we've ever been.
It's pretty damn close. I saw that story. 80 seconds, I think, till midnight. Something like that. You know, it's been talked about my whole life, that the doomsday clock, how close we are to. And you can see it. You can see it in not only our politics, but our environment.
Yes. All the
The
events going
angriness.
on across the world,
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the war in other countries.
yeah. Well, I mean, the doomsday clock, right? It's a whole bunch of scientists, it's a whole bunch of economists, a whole bunch of political people that all get
Right.
together and talk about the whole world's issues.
And which way we're going. And we're not headed in a
Yeah.
good direction right now.
Yeah.
We had our moment. We thought we was going to turn it around. And that's what Democrats will do for your ass, too. Republicans are all about big business and let's burn it till it's all
Yeah.
fucking gone. You know,
Well,
they're tied
John,
to oil and gas.
something-
Look at Trump right now, bad mouthing
Right.
windmills every time he gets a chance.
so John, I put a little rant the other day on the server after I heard what Steve Bannon said, and that really pissed me off because I said, "Well,
Steve.
listen here, asshole. Not only did you steal the 2016 election from us and the 2024 election from us, but you also stole the 2000 election from us. The 2000 election, Bush versus Gore, that was the first election you robbed from this country. And then you robbed us again, Hillary versus Trump, and then you robbed us again for a third time, Trump versus Kamala. Do you think we're going to let it happen again? No, we're not. I
hope not.
basically said in my rant to him
I
that he
hope
can
not.
fuck off and go to hell.
If ever
And if
there
he
was a
thinks for
time,
1 second that we're going to let these ice agents influence us at the polling booth in November, oh, he's got another thing coming.
Get
out of your
and
mouth,
vote,
out of
people.
your mouth, because that's what has to happen. The message has to be this November. That's where the voice
Yes,
has to
we
come
have
from.
to vote. And
We have to be
everyone has
in
to do
in
that.
mass.
Everyone in this country that's registered to vote, you need to show up to the polls this time and vote and not sit this one out. Do not sit this one out. This
Yep.
is this election
No.
right here. depends on our democracy, our freedom, and our Constitution. If you don't get out and vote this one, that's exactly what's on the line.
If you
and what
don't get
we're
out
gonna
and
lose.
vote for this one, there may not be another one.
Exactly.
And you can take
That's
that
right.
to the damn back. I want to
Yep.
thank Mark, our Blue Dot. Excuse me just a second.
Blue Dot Greeter. You're good, John.
Yeah.
I think Mark, our Blue Dot
I'm
Greeter,
sorry.
he just put
I want
in
to thank Blue Dot Greeter. Came in with $5 and say, hit the gong and play our song. Boy, howdy shit, Mark. Here you go,
Yeah,
brother.
amen.
I just need you to
Damn
shut the fuck up, cause nobody asked you, bitch. I need you to shut the fuck up, bitch. 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 Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow.
And I want to thank Carol Peck, who just came in with $10 and said the same damn thing. Play the song.
I just need you to shut
Thank you,
the
baby.
fuck up, cause
Thank you,
nobody
baby.
asked you, bitch. I need you to shut the fuck up, bitch. 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 Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow.
Excuse me, every
W.
once
Mark.
in a while I move in the wrong way, and the pain is pretty significant. So if I jump and move and shit like that, it's just
You're
it's
good,
just normal.
John.
Yeah.
I feel you, brother. I feel you on that.
Yeah, it's yeah, shit I've dealt with for a long, long time. You know,
W.
Been with me
Carol,
forever.
W. Mark. Good shit.
What's that?
When they donation, it's like in chat, you'll say W for win.
I lost
So
you.
W. Carol, W. Mark. Thanks for the donations.
Thank you. Yeah. Boy, howdy shit. I'm sorry. That shit kind of makes me lose my train of thought. And what was we talking about before I rudely?
Getting out and vote. That's before you left.
Getting up to
That's
vote.
it. If we can't do that, we can't do anything. If we can't do that, then yeah, pack it up, baby.
Like, it
Tie a
is
bow
one of our
around it and
last-
put it in the memory box.
Yeah.
Democracy, we
one of
used to
our
have
la-
it.
Yes.
It's one of
and
our
I will-
last chances to,
Yes.
not have a civil war. So this is just vital to the future of America. Get out and vote.
Good night, Jeanette. Boy, howdy.
I was
Oh,
gonna
she's
say,
sick.
like Mitch was saying earlier about the cabal, like it's definitely a cabal. Like even once we finally get the victory over Trump, like this cabal is not going away. The fight's not over.
Oh,
We need to make
it's not
sure
going to
we
go away in
follow
the
through.
midterms. That's just our chance to start the fight. The midterms is our
Exactly.
opportunity to put a to get in the ring. Right now, we're on the outside, baby, and it's all we could do to keep our shit together.
That's right. We're
You
on the
know,
outside looking in right
We're
now.
on the outside
Right.
looking in. In the midterms, baby, we got to take the House. That's at a minimum. And I'm not taking my eyes off the Senate. I think what I think is there's a lot of change going on in this country, and it's for the better, as far as the people concerned. There's too much shit with this Trump crap, and there's more and more people realizing it every fucking day, whether or not it's immigration or some other issue.
Yeah.
He's an asshole. He's robbing this country blind. But he's suing for $10 billion. Our own tax, he's suing our own government for $10 billion. $10 billion.
Uh-huh.
Tell
You
me
think
that's
he's
not
in
corrupt.
this for because he loves this country? No, he sees an ATM machine that's just got unlimited funds is what he sees. And that's all he's in this for, is how much money he can grub out of it here and internationally. How much
Yes,
money
he
can
does.
he thieve? One thing about it, you
Turned our
can't spend that
precious
shit in
White
prison.
House into
Hey, I want to thank Veggie Al Girl, who came in with a $5 donation and said, my old neighbor used to get drunk every day. He took the life of 2 Iraqi soldiers, and he felt that God would never forgive him. Warm message. Yeah, warm message you up. Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
war's
does.
terrible.
Yeah, it's not healthy for people and other living things. It's yeah, that's sad. Uh, yeah, boy, howdy
Yep.
shit. I'll tell you all what. I'm not gonna lie. I'm in pretty significant pain right now, and I got to get out of this chair. So I'm
Yes,
going to
sir.
cut this evening a little short. Uh, I want to thank everybody for coming in and joining the room and using your voice. The most important thing we do every fucking show is your voice and your vote. That's the only two fucking things that we have. And if we don't use them, we lose all this shit. Every bit of it. It'll go down the tubes and I don't know, drink your vodka. And we can't let that happen. And
No, we
not every
can't.
day's gonna. No, we can't. No, we can't. Anyway, Ben Roosevelt,
Yes,
thank
sir.
thank you for coming in, brother.
Yes, and thank you for having me. And John, please and go get yourself some pain pills and get to feeling
Yeah,
better.
yeah. Maybe a
Relax,
shot of
man.
vodka. Ah,
Lay
anyway.
on the couch. Lay on the couch and have a
No, actually,
smoke a
it's I
bowl
gotta
and have
walk.
a shot of whiskey.
I gotta stand up. I can't be bent over like I am
Okay.
right now. So, but Roosevelt, I appreciate the shit out of it, brother. Thank you for the conversation.
You're welcome. Thanks for
You
having me,
bet.
John. See you
You
next
bet.
time. Take care.
Indeed, brother. And Ultrafly,
Yes, sir.
thank you for coming in. I seen in the Discord before I switched over to the anyway. I seen you was fired up, so I wanted to get you in here.
Hey,
So
I am honored that you bring me up here. Really quick, I'll make this short and sweet. One pissed off veteran, you're my role model. Keep on going, brother. To the chat, Rebecca Kimball, I love you, my lady. I hope I just made you smile.
there you go,
Uh,
boy, howdy.
and Mark in chat too, you're awesome, brother. Uh,
Indeed,
and and to Miss Chick Chick, you are ever the shining example of a role
she's
model,
my
and
life
you
friend.
are,
She's my
yep,
lifesaver, buddy. That's who Miss
she's
Chick is.
vital when it comes to the great information she gives. What a role model.
Yep, I agree with that.
Lady and
All
Lady
right,
Freedom,
Ultrafly,
my lady. Hope you stay warm. John, you get feeling better.
you bet, will do. And Lady Freedom rocks, and indeed you do. Thank you, darling, for coming in.
You, me, we need to get off here, get some pain meds into us.
Yeah,
You,
yeah, yeah. Get something into us.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, darling, thank you for coming in. And Miss Chick.
And John.
And here you go. I'm sorry for bailing early.
No, that's okay. Well, you got to do what you got to do
Yeah.
sometimes, it's not the end of the world to finish early.
No.
Oh,
No. No, but every time I try to move to try to find a more comfortable spot, it ain't working.
I get
So,
that. I had that the other day. I was like, what did I do with it? Why does this
yeah.
hurt so much?
Shit.
I didn't do nothing.
Damn. Anyway.
Anyways,
But
we have some people, John, that
We
like
have
our
people.
shit.
I love them people.
And
I
I bet you
swear.
these people are registered to vote. I think they're probably ready to vote. They watch everything.
I
They're
believe they are.
informed. They are.
I believe all our family members are ready for this shit.
I think
I
they
think
are.
they are.
And
I think they are, baby.
James I in New Mexico. Yep. Betchin' he's ready. Paula M in Texas. Yeah, sure. She's ready. She might have already voted. She might have
Might have.
voted. Who knows?
Might be.
And
Got ones coming up.
Florence. Yeah, Florence. I think that's F in California. Billy B in Kentucky. And Tom F in Wisconsin. They're all ready to vote. I know they
All of
are.
them.
And
All of them.
Marie A in Newfoundland and Labrador. She's going to watch us vote. And she's hoping we're voting the right way.
Outstanding. Even those that aren't here to vote are supporting us, baby. Just remember that. Anyway. Again, I apologize for calling it early tonight, but maybe Oh shit, today's Thursday. Tomorrow's Beer Bud Friday. Damn, these days go by quick. Anyway, I'll have the beer off the ice. We'll get something fired up in the bowl, and we'll have a rant tomorrow. And then we'll be back here again Sunday for another Blue Dot family meeting. So until then, oh, even when your back feels like shit, find a smile, pass that shit around. It makes you feel better. It makes them feel better. It's good all the way around. Anyway, I love y'all. And thank you for being here. Thank you, Miss Chick, for everything you do.
You're welcome, John. And good night, Blue Dot family.
Good night, family. We'll see y'all later. Bye. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. What happened? Did I hit the right fucking button? No, I